Well, the Polynesian Bowl is just 2 days away.
And while Saturday night highlights current Polynesian football stars, Friday night celebration dinner honors those who paved the path for them.
KITV4's Leah Kamana shows us who's who in this year's inductees.
Friday night's celebration dinner this year will include double the talent. With the pandemic canceling last year's event, both the 2021 and 2022 inductees are being honored this year. Here is a look at your 2021 inductees, Brother Al and Nico Noga and Charlie Wiedemeyer. I had the honor of speaking with Lucy Wiedemeyer, who will be at the dinner tomorrow night representing her late husband.
A lot of emotion that is still there. Just pure joy. You know, Charlie never was one to want to be in the spotlight.
Charlie Wiedemeyer was Hawaii Prep Athlete of the Decade in the 1960s, playing football, basketball, and baseball at Punahou before moving on to Michigan State University, where he won a national championship with the Spartans in 1966.
I've known Charlie since in high school, and pound for pound, of course. He's the best athlete I've ever seen in my era. That includes yours truly.
But it's his contribution in the coaching world that lands him in the Hall of Fame. And it isn't because of his winning record, 78-18-1 at Los Gatos High School in the San Francisco Bay Area, but rather his love for the game.
We were at a game one time and he watched the other team and we kind of creamed them. So afterwards, he talked to their coaches and we went behind the stands and he worked with a quarterback. This was at night after our game, you know, because he said, he's so talented, but look at this, look at this. You know, he had such a keen eye.
Also, his determination to teach and coach for 30 years after being diagnosed with ALS.
In the beginning, really tough. I told him it was our disease. You know, we're still a team.
And what a team the high school sweethearts were. Wiedemeyer eventually was forced to coach from a golf cart. And when he lost his voice to the disease, Lucy was right there with him to read his lips and relay the calls.
I know it's very important to my husband since he still speaks through me. He would tell the kids, no matter what happens to you, there's always something positive that's going to come out, and look for it and go for it. And don't dwell on, you know, the fumbles and the missed calls and, you know, difficulties in life.
You could call it serendipitous, for on the same night, another Hawaii legend who played a key role in Wiedemeyer's football career, also being inducted into the Hall of Fame on Friday. Thomas Ku'ulu Kukui Sr. as part of the class of 2022.
There's so many qualified possible inductees, so I was excited about that they had chosen him to join a very select group.
From Hilo, Ku'ulu Kukui was the first University of Hawaii athlete to earn All-American recognition as a football player in the 1930s. He also earned 17 letters in 5 different sports.
What made him stand out is that he was very small. He was diminutive, they would say. 5'5" and 145 pounds, but an unusual athlete.
Ku'ulu Kukui also had a knack for coaching, leading UH to a 34-18-3 record in 6 seasons as head coach. And he didn't stop there, finding other ways to play a role in the sport in the islands.
He was the founder of Pop Warner football in Hawaii in the mid-1950s. He sent about 10 players from Hawaii to Michigan State University who achieved greatness there, including 2 inductees to the Polynesian Hall of Fame, Baba Pisa and Charlie Wiedemeyer.
He's the very first All-American from Hawaii. And Herman Wiedemeyer, Charlie's older brother, was the second. I followed in his footsteps.
Joining Ku'ulu Kukui in the Polynesian Football Hall of Fame class of 2022 is Mike Iupati and Malcolm Floyd. The dinner and induction is tomorrow night. Make sure to keep it here on KITV. Keith DeMulder will have live coverage of the event. In the studio, Leah Kamana, KITV4 Island News.